Hi. Hello, hello, hello.
We're on.
Yes, it's March.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Already creeped up.
Mid-March already.
February seemed like a long,
It wasn't long.
an extra day. We had a whole extra day with that one. Welcome back to another episode of Onsen Ripples. Hey, we don't have our intro, do we? Ding, 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 ding,
No,
ding.
not today.
Not today.
I didn't have time.
All right.
Sorry
And it
about
has
that.
been a bit like that. It's been very, a little bit busy for March already. Things are starting to creep up. You can feel a little buzz in the air, isn't there? It's a buzz.
Is it the bees?
Not yet,
bees.
not yet, but
No?
there are. Yes, so welcome to the episode, and today, what is it called? So much to see, so much to do.
So much to see, so much to do.
Cheers to everyone out there. March is an interesting time.
It's still cold, but it's getting warmer.
You know, today is like 6 degrees here. I feel like I could just strip down naked and run out there and...
Try it.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not that game. That'll be a whole nother show.
Yeah, think so.
Onsen something else, not Ripples.
I don't know.
We won't even go there. But yeah, it does feel a little bit warm. I've only got like
It's all melting outside, all the snows and ice from the roofs falling down.
Yeah, every now and then there's a big thump.
Yeah.
I think in a couple of weeks earlier, you saw me doing some little snow shoveling. Well, you didn't see me doing it, but I was about to. But the overhang on all the roofs and things like that, they've pretty much all come down, which is nice. And they come down in a big thud. You know, it shaked the whole building. It's
Yeah.
scary, but so that's good that we don't have to do any of that. The thing about March is that we don't have that much more snow coming our way, is it?
Maybe once or twice.
But not
Like in Tokachi.
Yeah, not around where. So is March a good time to travel?
Yeah, it's still good. You know, it's starting to get warm because over here, when it's really cold, it's like minus 15, minus 20, which is quite cold. But right now is about, a bit above minus 10.
Actually, it's a really good time to travel.
So.
The crowds are a bit less up north. Yeah. When you get down south, though, because it's a little bit warmer.
Yeah, it's
I
almost
think,
like springtime.
Yeah,
over there.
Kyoto and Nara, those places are becoming quite popular now. And of course, March coincides with the other people's school holidays and spring break in the north. So people have time, and people get really loud here.
It's busy.
Yeah, so it coincides with the spring vacation, and as a result, I think a lot of people travel down south to see the cherry blossoms because it's one of the most famous things about Japan.
It's beautiful.
And so, if you are traveling, it tends to be a little bit crowded down there now. I think the cherry blossom season starts around March and goes right up till May. Yeah. And people want to see it, which is a beautiful sight. And it's unbelievable. If you haven't been down that way, it's definitely one of those
Must see
things. Everything's so beautiful with the flowers blooming, blossoming, things like that. But in the north part where we are in Hokkaido, it's also a really good time to travel because it's not so many people. People think the winter season for snowing and skiing is
kind of finished.
December, January.
Yeah, February.
But they forget that there's still a lot of snow out there, and it's a good time because it doesn't snow that much, and it's not so cold.
So it's like when you can still go skiing, snowboarding, and it's warm. It's like spring skiing, spring snowing. So it's not as cold as used to. Now it's starting to. You can just wear jeans and go snowboarding. That's what I used to do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I remember seeing, I think it was a movie once, or maybe someone told me that they were in Switzerland skiing in a bikini.
I wouldn't go there, but
No, I wouldn't go there. I look terrible in a bikini anyway.
can't imagine.
You're getting a visual? Yes. Well, don't forget that thought.
Yes.
Yes.
Forget about it.
No, I haven't been in a bikini for a long time.
Have you ever?
I think once or twice. We all got to try it. I want to know what the fuss was all about.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Look for photos.
I don't think there were any photos. Actually, there might be one or two, but anyway.
Anyways.
That's for another post. But what was I saying? Yeah, so it is a good time to go if you are coming and you like the winter sports, because there's still a lot of winter activities to do here. The ice skating, the snowboarding, the skiing, they're all still very popular. Snowmobiling is popular at this time too. There's lots of new
nice,
snowmobile and dog sled racing. There's a lot of dog teams if you like animals and things like that. Eastern Hokkaido, which we're going to talk about a little bit, because we're on the Sapporo and the west side, and then we go right down to the east is where Obihiro and Kushiro and all these places are, around where we are. And it's quite popular, especially up the north. There's the drift ice flows. It's definitely worth a trip. And I think it goes from about late Feb to about end of March.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It feels like you're actually in Antarctica or the Arctic.
You might have seen those footage of those whale sharks stuck in those little ice.
That was so sad.
Yeah. But it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
All this ice is floating, and you got this huge ship just keeps breaking those ice to go straight.
Yeah, those orcas. Hey, there was about 17 of them or something. Crazy. Yeah, they were, and that was just here where up the north, where we're talking about. That whole area up there is a National Heritage List.
Yeah.
So
It's really
if
nice.
you really
It's
want to come
beautiful.
in and take in some of the nature of Japan, that's the best place to see it. You can see the whales and you can see bears running around, and of course all the other
Deer and
the nature that in all the
Those
birds.
eagles?
Yeah, the Stella seagulls, they're huge. I love them. We have a few of them up here too, for, the nesting areas, but that's their playground.
yeah.
And it's not touched a lot by the human side of things, which is good. There's some couple of bus rides in there. And when it gets to a little bit after March and things like that, you can actually do some walking and trekking there.
I think so, yeah.
So it's a beautiful area. But in March, it's beautiful because, you can take a boat out on the, it's fairly cheap. I don't think it's that expensive for the boat ride in the morning. And they're called the icebreakers, where they go out and they break all the ice. And it's just quite amazing trip. I did that, the very first one in the morning. And I think I did.
Nice and cold.
Well, it was mid-Feb and it was,
It was like the coldest time.
Yeah, it was like minus something. It was too cold to even know how minus it was. Yes, but it was an unbelievable experience.
Yeah.
And there was all the diamond dust in the air and stuff. And this boat was, I kept thinking about Titanic though. That was the only problem. It was like, these big icebergs hitting these boats, but but nothing like that happened. So they're just breakers, so they just go out, crack the ice. But it's a brilliant experience and very, very popular too. So, and if you're a little bit more brave, you can actually go scuba diving underneath the ice.
In Shiretoko, you can do that.
They're little dry suits.
You see
or wetsuits.
little creones, the little tiny
angels. They're brilliant.
Sea angels.
Yeah, and
They swim like this.
They look like it too. They look like little angels flying around, and they're all those brilliant colours, red and green and blue, and they're all luminous under the water. And you can see all them. So they have those trips as well up the north, where you can go out, walk out onto the drift ice, and then actually go diving, if you want to do that.
I want to try. I've never done it. I want to try it. I've only seen it on photos.
No, I've never done that.
But you want to try?
I do, but something about the heat.
That's all right.
I was
You can jump in the bath after that.
Well, that's true. Isn't it?
There's onsen in Shiretoko as well. So.
Yeah, there is too, isn't there? Yeah, just the initial thought of jumping into ice.
Something you can't do.
I used to do. Well, I did that a lot. I used to have the ice baths after playing sport, and I hated that.
Okay, I've never done that one, so.
But that was, with just shorts on, so that was probably another. The dry suits, apparently, they're quite good. They keep you warm, and
Yeah.
What are they called? Wetsuits, dry suits. I don't know what they are.
Yeah.
I've never done it, but you can find all of that out. So that's it. So we've got all those activities. What else is happening around there? It's also clothes-wise, you don't have to wear that much these days.
Not that much.
You can get by with just a nice jacket. You don't have to wear all the great, huge boots and things like that. So there's a lot of little walking treks you can do. It's still very, very easy to get around all the cities and stuff like that. It's not can get a bit slushy,
Yeah.
but not dirty slush.
Kind of gets dirty as well,
a
but
little bit.
yeah, just wear gumboots.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
So that's it. And then also, of course, if you're coming down this way, there's all the nice foods and things that
Oh,
come
the
up.
seafood is be nice.
Yes, I think it's the sea urchin season, if that's your thing. It's
Have you ever tried it?
sea urchin, which is very famous. And in Japanese, it's uni.
Yeah, it's a delicacy.
It is.
Yeah,
We don't eat too much of that in Australia. I think it's starting to catch on, though. I think people are
really.
getting...
It looks, like when you look the sea urchin itself, it doesn't look yummy.
Well, it's got all
course,
the
yeah, it's got
tentacles and the spines and everything, yeah.
But when you crack it open, it's that really nice melt in your mouth sea urchin.
Well, it is a delicacy in Japan, and the people love it here. And once you got the taste in you, and you like it, you like it. That's one of those things. So yeah, the food's always, when you go to a new place or a new country, you've got to try all the foods. You have to. No excuses. You have to.
I'm sure you like sushi and sashimi.
And okonomiyaki. All the Japanese foods are very, very popular, I think. So yeah, these things are... Well, on the sushi menu, there's quite a lot. There's the what's the ebi called? That's in season now. That's very popular over here.
The big prawn.
The big, it's almost like a little mini lobster.
Botan ebi.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yum.
yeah.
Yum.
Oh, yummy, yummy. And there's things like there's little other things you can do, like ice fishing as well, like activities and things like that.
Yeah, it's almost the end of the season, I think. It's getting too warm.
Yeah, I think a lot of those lakes are starting to thaw out, so that would be stopping. But as far as other activities to do, there's always the same things in Japan. You can always do anything in the winter that you can do in the summer. And that's great how that happens.
What is it?
And well, look at this little beauty, hey. This is one of the most famous things from Obihiro.
Yeah, this area, local sweets.
Sweets. Can I open this up?
Sure.
No, I can't.
It is like...
I thought I could.
Okay, you explain it.
I've
I'll
got
open
a
it.
sore finger.
So this is called Samporoku. It's a bit small. It's a small version of it. Does it look like something?
Caramel.
Can you guess? It looks like a white bark.
Yeah,
a
this
tree.
is the famous area around here. We're famous for these white trees, and then if you've seen some of Haruya-san's posts, she walks around and she shows you a little bit of the tree around here. This is a famous tree. What is it called? The
Shirakaba.
Shirakaba tree?
White bark.
Yeah, and it's the white bark trees that you can see like quite
It
a
really
lot of
is
them.
like this.
And it does look like that, if you can imagine that as a tree. And the funny thing about this one, well, not funny, but the cool thing about this, oh, sorry, you'll have to do these.
Yeah.
Look at that. It looks like a tree on the inside too.
Yeah.
It says layered and layered and layered.
Baumkuchen.
Yeah. Baumkuchen, the German,
I guess so.
is it? Right.
I don't know what
So
you
it's
call it.
layers and layers and layers of sponge, and it's very, very delicious.
It's yummy. You
And they're
gotta
very
try it.
famous, and a lot of people that come around to this area buy these as the presents to take home, and
Yeah.
because people often ask for them, and they're quite good. There's the factory that makes them here,
Yeah. It's about 15 minutes drive from here.
which is one of the largest sweet shops in Japan, and they make all the ones from around here. And we get all the great little, where we are in Obihiro and Tokachi area, this is the agricultural capital of Japan.
And sweets, of
And
course.
sweets and cakes and things like that. So if you are coming down here and you feel like, well, skiing's not my thing, and whatever, snowboarding's not my thing, how about food?
Food is always good.
The food, but it's a beautiful area to still see things and that. What's happening in March? We've missed out on the Hinamatsuri, which is the 3rd of March, the Girls' Day. I kind of
March
mentioned that
3rd.
last week. But what's coming up?
Well, on the March 14th, there's the White Day, which might be rare for you guys.
Is that?
We don't have it.
I think White Day is only in Japan
Is it in Japan?
and maybe Korea as well. Not sure. I have to check it. But it's the equivalent of Valentine's Day, which we have February 14th. The Japanese also have it on March 14th, which is White Day.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing about this in other countries, or what I've experienced, and Valentine's Day, we both give presents and, time for friends and lovers and girlfriends and boyfriends doing things. But in Japan on Valentine's Day, I like this one.
The girls give the boys a chocolate.
Yay! That's
Like a
tradition.
tradition. Yeah.
The chocolate thing. You can do other things, go out for dinner and stuff. But traditionally in Japan, Valentine's Day, the girls give the boys stuff. And then we have a whole month to enjoy it. Because
You get quite a lot,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah. Well, not obviously, but yeah. But then a month later on March 14th, which is on Thursday, so I better have my list ready.
Yeah.
The boys, it's the boys' turn. We've got to give the girls stuff. Not chocolates, but cookies is
Or
the main,
anything.
is
Any
the
gifts.
traditional. But yeah, of course, you can give everything. What would you like? A new car or something like that? In the shape of a
Sure.
cookie. And,
A real one, please.
yeah, well, we got the day off Thursday. Maybe we should go out for a nice little
Lunch, dinner.
lunch
That'd be
and
nice.
dinner and do something cool.
Yeah.
We'll have our traditional Thursday date nights, date lunch and date night,
Yeah.
and we'll
our girl.
invite our daughter along with us.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. So yeah, so that's a nice one. So when you are traveling in Japan in March, you'll probably see a lot of things, white day, and it's basically that's all it is.
Yeah. Or the shopping areas. It's got the banners.
Yeah, there's
signs
cakes, there's
everywhere.
cookies, there's chocolates. So there's a ton of stuff out there. I saw it all today.
Yeah.
We went out shopping today. It was a bit nuts. It was quite a lot of people shopping. Yeah, and
Getting there.
yeah, all the veggies are coming out. Things like asparagus is coming into season. I saw that there. I'm quite looking
All the
forward
new,
to that.
yeah, fresh vegetables.
Yes,
It's everything fresh and new.
that's the thing about it, isn't it?
spring.
You kind of suddenly feel that as well when you're in Japan. I never really felt a little bit like that in Australia. It was funny because like the seasons don't really
Change
much,
this much. Like,
yeah.
you don't have snow, obviously.
well, yeah, not
And
on
in
the
summertime,
yeah.
everything is not green. Everything is brown.
Yeah, all right. Okay. It was pretty hot in the last few days too. It's supposed to be autumn coming up, but I think my
Like
hometown,
38 degrees.
yeah, my hometown in Melbourne was close to 49, 39,
Yeah.
crazy things like that. And with the spring in Australia, there are things like the spring carnivals and stuff, but really nothing much changes. You know, you can kind of get by with a t-shirt and shorts in summer and spring and autumn.
Yeah.
If it gets, a bit cold in winter, but you just whack it on. But here, everything changes. I love the north. Yeah, the food changes, the clothes, the fashion, the whole idea.
Nature.
Yeah. And the other thing I did notice, which I don't notice so much some other places, is that the days seem to get longer.
Yeah. Yes. Because like in wintertime, by about 3:30, it gets dark.
We're pretty far north in Hokkaido. Yeah, yeah.
And now, until about 6, 7 o'clock, it's still bright.
Yeah, it was
is
good.
good.
And my little dog Morpheus, well, he's not so little anymore, is he?
It's like
He's getting big now. So he was enjoying it yesterday. Normally around about 4 o'clock, we go to pick up my daughter, and it was been dark
Yeah.
for the first few months of his life when we go to pick her up. But right now, yeah, it was bright. We still had time to go for a walk in the park and do all that sort of thing. So that was great. So he's loving it.
everyone's loving it.
So that's the other thing that coincides with the March too. It's great to come in the winter time. You see all that, but the days seem a little bit short because of the thing. But in the springtime, from about March, the days are a little bit longer. The sunlight stays out a bit more, so there's a lot more people doing things on the weekend, out and about.
Yeah.
There's a lot more activities. So there's the vibe in the air. It definitely is that freshness there.
Yeah, you just want to go outside and enjoy the nature.
So march into it. March to see, march to do.
So much.
So much. What do we got on for the next couple of... Tomorrow we have a yoga class, which is starting up here.
Stretch yogas. Yeah, which is not like those traditional yogas. So it's good for any range of ages. It's only sitting down on the chairs like this. No, we can't see, but yeah, I'm sitting on the chair. And you just do a stretches for half an hour. And I like stretching and stuff, but I don't do it for half an hour by myself.
Yeah.
It's good to have a group of people, like your friends, or to do it together. And actually, you feel good after half an hour.
We always get motivated with the groups. I remember every time I try to join a gym and everything like that. The intentions were good. I started off doing it, but then if I didn't,
tend to get lazy. It's like, not today.
But if you got a buddy or a gym or to make some friends there, and then they kind of motivate you to keep going and stuff like that, which is good. Which is nice to have all this freshness around. But yeah, we need the friends to give us a motivation.
Yeah.
So we've got the yoga tomorrow. We've got the massages going on today. All in the health things happening, and which is nice.
Yeah.
Get that breath of fresh air. But coming towards the end of March is going to be busy with all the people on spring break holidays. There's going to be a lot more families coming in to the Bath, but so that's a nice little vibe too. And I think we've got some friends coming over to spend some time with us.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can get some of the interviews there, and you can check out what those guys are up to in Sapporo. They're also expats. They live here, and it'll be nice to see them and catch up. They've got kids as well, so everyone will be running around. It's that feel. It's nice.
Fun.
And what about the Bath though? Like, wintertime's great because it's cold and we have those, want to get warmed up. But what about this time? Does the Bath change much with the Japanese attitudes? Do you still feel that urge to go and have a bath to warm up, or is it?
Still, yeah.
Or is it different of a like spring cleaning, spring bathing?
Well, that probably is too. But yeah, still cold outside.
Yeah.
So.
Down south though, like, are there any onsens that get to view all the cherry blossoms and stuff?
I'm sure there is.
I haven't been to any of that. It'd be nice. Sit outside in the onsen and see all. And that kind of happens here with us. Not so much now, but a bit later on. We have in the Bath area, the whole one side of the wall is all window, and you can just see straight outside, and you can see all the snow melting now and things like that. But you get a pretty good view of the mountains and stuff like that right now, because there's no leaves on the trees. But soon it'll start flowering, and you get to see some nice, beautiful plants out there.
Yeah.
And some squirrels and things running around, and it feels like you're outside, but you're inside.
Yeah. Yep. So that's that, and we'll show you sometimes.
Yep, we'll get there. I'm going to enjoy my little cake. Do you have one too?
Sure.
There we go.
Thank you. Come and join us for some tea and cake.
Tea and cake and a bath.
Yep.
And relax. Enjoy your spring as it's coming up, and we're getting busier and busier. So, we've got someone right here now.
All right. We better get going then.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you
Next week
on Onsen Ripples.
Ripples. Bye.